How does Bill Maher feel about the boycott, divestment, and sanctions BDS movement? If you're curious about Bill Maher's stance on the boycott, divestment, and sanctions BDS movement, you're about to get a clear picture. Let's break it down. Bill Maher has been quite vocal about his views on the BDS movement, and they are not positive. On his show Real Time with Bill Maher, he criticized the movement, calling it a bull purity test for Democrats. This criticism came after Israel barred Democratic Representatives Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar from visiting Israel due to their support for BDS. Maher believes that the BDS movement is based on shallow thinking that simplifies the complex Israeli-Palestinian conflict. He argues that the movement ignores the history of violence, such as Palestinian suicide bombings and intifadas, and instead portrays the conflict as if the Israeli occupation came out of nowhere. Maher thinks this perspective is misleading and unfair, suggesting that it's rooted in a simplistic view that Jews in Israel are wrong simply because they are seen as more affluent and white, while Palestinians are viewed as innocent because they are browner. Maher also criticized Representative Rashida Tlaib's call for a boycott of his show after his comments on BDS. He pointed out that the House of Representatives had condemned the BDS movement by a significant margin, with 93% of Democrats voting against it. This, according to Maher, shows that Tlaib's stance is not in line with the majority of her own party. In addition, Maher has expressed his support for Israel's right to self-defense and has criticized what he sees as anti-Semitic comments from some BDS supporters. He has argued that Israel's actions, though sometimes controversial, are a response to real threats and not simply an act of aggression. Overall, Bill Maher's views on the BDS movement are clear. He sees it as a misguided and simplistic approach to a complex issue, and he believes it undermines efforts towards peace and understanding in the region.